Hello everyone and welcome to a very special episode of me and Taff. We are going to do two videos, and the first video is going to be Taff doing his summer transfer business for Sunderland, and the second video will be me doing my transfers for Sunderland. So as far as I'm aware, what we are doing is we're going through the outs. I presume we'll do them first. We've started with a £100 million budget. Then any money you make off selling a player, you'll add to your budget. And then by the end, we'll come up with what the fees are, judging by what basically press reports are. We were going to use Transfer Market, but I looked at it and I was like, I felt like the values were too low. So instead, we're going to look at what roughly newspapers and media are reporting about transfer fees. So that's what we're going to do. I'll pass the floor over to Taff, and he can start. I can already hear him rustling paper. So he's done it old school, written it all down. Oh, and he's got a lovely T-shirt on it. Please explain to us what that T-shirt is all about, Taff.
This is to celebrate our entry to the Europa League. It is a mock-up alteration of the original movie poster for Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, only I have cunningly changed it here. But also, the game that qualified us for Europe was our 2001 league victory that day against Chelsea. So it seems rather appropriate, and there you go. It's rather nice flying into Europe, although we quite rightly do not play any games in space. Oh,
yeah,
that's not going to work.
No,
I think we'll give that a miss.
Yeah,
we are.
There we are. There we are. So check that out in the shop. altending.co.uk. We'll put the link in the description. If you would like to be like Taff and going on a European Odyssey next season. Okay, so Taff, start. Let's talk about the outs that you have picked.
I have picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outs.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I've tried to stick to where we are, so I haven't sold Milan Alexic because he's going on loan to Partizan for a year. So I figured, well, I can't sell him.
Yeah.
Not that you'd get much for him. And I think the same is true for who was our Belgrade striker we had. I can't remember. Rusine. I think he's going out on loan for another year to Poland or something, is he?
No, he's getting released, as far as I'm aware.
He's released, so we're getting no money for him. So I haven't included them. So I am, you can mock me here. I don't think there are any contentious sales here, except for one. So it may be optimistic, but I'm hoping to get £500,000 for Abdullah Bar.
Very optimistic.
Although I accept he may have to go for a free, but I'm gonna hope that we can get 500,000 for him. And along the same lines, I'm hoping that we might get 500,000 for Maserati. Although I think that both could go on a free. You never know. Maserati might have a great World Cup, and someone will say that's worth 500k. No problem.
Yeah. Can we just clarify? If people are watching this going, who the hell is Maserati? Taff means Masuaku.
I do. I just like calling him Maserati.
I know, but some people will be very confused.
Okay. Leo Shelder, currently at Sheffield United. Do you think we could get $1 million for him?
I mean, it's your video. I don't know.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I'm scraping around it. Alan Brown, I think we can get $1 million from him. He will have done himself no end of good playing for Middlesbrough. They did really well, apart from falling apart towards the end of the season. But he was core to the period when they did well. Noticeably, he wasn't in the team so much when they started to falter. So I think he's done his reputation in the Championship world of good. And I would hope that we could get £1 million for him. Somebody will take a punt on that because he's a good player, certainly in that league. So I have so far raised £3 million with the sales of Bar, Masuaku, Hjelde, and Brown. It's been well trailed. I think that Pato, they're looking for 8 to 10 million, and maybe Wrexham will pay £8 million for him. After all, I think that those two Yanks will love to have anything to do with anything connected with Sunderland, because that's why they're involved. So I'm up to £11 million in outgoings here, and the perhaps long forgotten Jensen Seelt played for Wolfsburg, and they were managing to survive in the Bundesliga until he got injured, at which point their form collapsed and they ended up getting relegated. perhaps optimistic, but he's a young player. He's played in the Bundesliga. He's played in the Premier League.
I'm waiting for this thing.
twice. We can get £3 million for him from somebody.
That's not too okay. I thought you were going to come out with like 15 or something.
Oh no, £3 million. I think that's a reasonable price.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah. Now Adingra done himself a power of good at Monaco. They like him, although they don't want to pay the full fee. In the loan, they want to negotiate that down, but he's won his place back in the Ivory Coast squad. He lost his place when he was with us, and he's won it back with Monaco. So he's at the World Cup, played quite well the other night, I might add. So I would hope to recoup £20 million, especially if he has a decent World Cup. And of course, Ivory Coast beat France last night, and they did well. And it was Ahmad who scored the winner, but they were under the cosh, but they proved resilient. And he started the game, I think, Adingra. So I've now got £34 million I've raised. It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. And I am going to sell Eliza Mayenda, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, primarily, in the interests of the player himself. He came and knocked on my door the other day and made it known to me that he's not really. I mean, although he loves Sunderland and he loves to be the big man, he's heading towards 22. He's not going to be able to play in the reserves, and he's just this season nailed down a regular call up to the Spanish under-21 side. If he wants to keep that, progress to the next stage in his career, he needs to play football. And he's third striker here, and he's not going to. So I am happy, given the service he's given to the club, to help the player out and move him on to first-team football. Good luck to the lad. Well done. Although I'd rather like the £10 million I'm hoping to get from him as well.
That low? I think 10 million feels low for my ender.
Well, let's see how many I'm short in my calculations at the end. What do you think I get? What do you think I get from him? You gonna get 12, 13?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't entertain selling them for like less than 15.
Do you think we'll get 15? Spanish under-21 regular, I suppose.
Well, I mean, obviously we're not going to talk about what I think, but I mean, I personally don't think we should be selling them. But
I agree with you. £15 million. So that gives me 49 million to play with. I now have a transfer budget of 149 million. Is that correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Is that right?
Let's say 150.
Okay. Why not? 150 million is my transfer budget. Thank you very much. Plus saving wages on some people, maybe. Who knows? 150 million to spend. And I'm going to spend that on just a moment now. What am I spending this on again?
We've written it down.
Oh, I have written it down, but I've written lots of things down. I got lost in a rabbit hole of a bazillion players and a wish list. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the money stretches a sixth player.
Okay.
Which I think fits in with what Gisolfi said. And if we bear in mind that we want some players to deepen the squad, to flesh out the first team and challenge for spaces, there are also some roles that we absolutely have to fill. And we need to look to the future with replacing some of our older players. So with that, I have put together a list of plausible signings, I think. Okay. I will let the crowd in the comments decide if these are plausible. But they're being bid for by similar teams to us and whatnot. So I think that these things are plausible. At least some of them should be. All right. Shall we start at the back or the front? Well, let's start. It's my list. It's my list.
Why don't you go cheapest signing first, maybe? I don't know. Is that
cheapest signing first. Okay. Yeah, all right. Let's do that then. I am going to buy... and I suppose I'll share screen here. I'm going to buy Mariano Troilo from Parma. Have you heard of him?
You have to tell me. No, I have not.
Will tell you. I will tell you, and I will share. I'm going to buy Mariano Troilo from Parma. And if I share my screen with you now, we can see the FotMob for him. You might have to. Can I add him to this? I can add it to the stage. Yep. Here we are. Here is Mariano Troilo. Can I zoom in there? Will that work? Yes, it will.
Yeah.
So here's Mariano Troilo. He's a 22-year-old, and I'm largely trying to stick to the club's policy here as well. So he's a 22-year-old centre half, both-footed from Argentina. Although the transfer fee is 8.4 million there, I've had a look around on the news sites, etc. And I think he might cost a bit more than that. I think he would cost about £10 million, perhaps. So let's go £10 million. But he's had a terrific season playing for Parma in Serie A, and his defensive contributions are the primary reason. Our team is built on defensive stability and keeping people out. His aerial duels and defensive contributions in Serie A there are tremendous. And in fact, it does seem as though Sunderland have already made some contact. I mean, whether footballplace.com is anybody to believe or not.
No, I'm willing to believe it.
Well, it does. It is a kind of an obscure name, but it was reported in Parma today.
Parma today,
yeah. Now, this is not how I arrived at him, but I was very pleased that when I did arrive at him and said, what are the transfer rumours? Because I've had to try and check my people I want to buy against the transfer rumours of who else wants to buy them. And I've had to discount a lot of players there because I'm like, okay, I conclude that can't happen because Arsenal want him and Barcelona want him. So we're not getting that guy. So I did stumble upon this, and I think this would be a tremendous signing for us. So that's my centre-half. He's both-footed. It solves our left centre-half problem of only having Alderete, and it means that we've got cover for Ballard, and Mukiele doesn't have to move in. Maybe we keep him at right-back. So we need another centre-half anyway. I'm not going back for John Lusumi. That moment has passed. Let's look to the future. We're pretty solid with those three, although we don't really want Mukiele to be in there. But here's somebody young to develop. Mariano Troilo, I think he'll fit in very well with us. £10 million. I have 140 million left. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a good start. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Feels very Sunderland.
Yeah. Gets a bit more... not ridiculous, but gets a bit more exciting later on. Okay, my second signing is... I'm sorry about typing here. I know that somebody... There we are. My second signing is Christian Mwissa, who is a 21-year-old centre-half and can play left-back and left wing at Monaco.
He did show up in my research. I am not signing him, but he did
You're
show
not
up.
signing him. Okay,
No.
yeah. So good. I feel like we're both thinking. So he's pretty versatile and will provide a tremendous amount of cover. I actually prefer him as our left-back replacement. Not to go directly in instead of Reinildo. I think across Hume and Reinildo and Mwissa, I think we can have some... We've got good cover there for the Europa League, and he'll get plenty of game time without necessarily having to be thrown in at that young age to the toughest league in the world. So I like him as a signing. He's got great touch, particularly as a fullback, and that's my preferred place for him there. Although he doesn't appear to be a terrific goal scorer, but a good player, good touch. I know. It's because he's played quite a bit at centre half. You see, but I think he is originally a left back, and he's left footed, so he has that left sided centre half covered as well, possibly. So that's my signing. I could perhaps do a bit better at left back, but we shall see. Because Troilo's, although he's a centre half, Troilo's massive as well. Although he's a centre half, he is also left footed. So that's 15 million for Christian Mwissa. Both of them, I know it says 18 million there, but you look around the news sites, and I think we can get him for 15 million. That seems to be most sites trail him for about 13 or 14. So I said 15. So, and I paid more than FotMob said for Troilo, so I'm sure this will even out. So I now have 125 million, and I've bought 2 young defenders to bolster our side, both with excellent resale value and both with excellent numbers, although lack of goal scoring threat from Mwissa here. But we don't tend to attack up both sides, and if we're having Mukiele as right back, then we're not going to. The team will remain in balance and shuffle over. It's good that he can play centre back, so that Mukiele can be that attacking threat. It's less likely to be so on this side. And do you know what? I don't mind the defensive solidity there. If we've got Angulo and Talby in front of him, we could do with him hanging back a little bit. Anyway, there's my first 2 signings, and now it gets a bit exciting because having covered off things a bit defensively, I am prepared to spend big. Further upfield. Big. I'm prepared to go big further upfield. Yeah. I really like, let me remove this because I think I couldn't have one of them. One of them I can't have. One of them I can, I think. Yeah, I've gotten rid of it. Don't worry. So there's John. Is it Johan Manzambi of Freiburg?
Oh, yeah. He's the one that Again, not on my list, but he's there.
Well, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. Freiburg, of course, got to the final of the Europa League against Aston Villa. And I'm looking here, obviously, for a Xhaka replacement. He's 20 years old. He is in the Swiss national team. So any weight that Xhaka can say there, come along, I'll guide you. This is great. And he's extremely versatile. Look at all the different places that he can play. So I think that... he could be a pretty good signing, but I'm not entirely sure that he is feasible for us. If I have a look here, yes, possibly. If you have a look here, he's come to the attention of Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich for around £43 million. I am not. Yeah, Barcelona, Manchester United, Tottenham weighing up. No, that's for the other. But yeah, so I'm not entirely sure that this is a feasible signing.
It does say Man United, Chelsea, and Arsenal at the top. So it sounds like. But it could be a very ambitious agent.
It could be, and he is still young, 20 years old. And the way we got players that were really good last year is we said we'll take a punt on them this year, while other clubs might wait for a year to see how they turn out. But he helped Freiburg to the Europa Cup final. I'm sure he's got a big move in him this summer. So he may not be achievable.
Very interesting profile. The fact he plays DM, central midfield, and the wings, and in the 10.
Well, also he solves something that we are lacking. His shot attempts there and goals are
but then
huge.
Defensive contribution pretty low.
Yeah. 5 goals, 4 assists. Yeah. Again, I think it's a different kind of football that he normally plays. He would probably have to be a bit more solid, but he seems a very disciplined player, and I'm sure Xhaka would be able to tell us how organised he is. Switzerland play in a very disciplined manner, so I think that he could do what's required. I think he's a fairly sensible footballer. Because I'm not sure that he will be achievable, I actually have a replacement. So it's one of these 2. And I don't know if I'm cheating there, but basically I'm admitting that I don't think we can get Manzambi, although I really would like to have him. So instead, I think I'm going to have this guy here, Kaishu Sano, for Mainz, who is a bit more defensively minded. And you did bring up the point, well, there's great attacking stats there. I don't think we can have both of these players. I think you're going to have to choose one to cover Enzo Lefebvre, maybe, although realistically, we've got a hopefully improving Diarra for that. His progressive runs this season have been great. His final ball leaves a lot to be decided, and his decision-making in the final third, sure, but that will better. But he's constantly driving the ball. I don't know if you saw him against Senegal the other night, setting up Mane for a goal. So I'm happy for Lefebvre to be covered by Diarra if we can't get Manzambi, but which I don't think we can. So this is my replacement with Xhaka in mind. This is Kaishu Sano, defensive midfielder. I think he did some. Yeah, he like you can see his aerial duels there. So he's, I think he's a pretty powerful player. And if we have a look at the performances he's put in the Bundesliga, which is full of youth and vigor, and look at the numbers he's putting here in the middle of the park. I mean, he's clearly a terrific player. And if we have a look at what's going on with him, that's not correct. Where is he? Where did I see? Yeah, Brentford were looking to sign him, and I think they say for 25 million. But I've seen other reports. I'm prepared to pay 25 million for him. So let's leave 25 million there, and I'm happy to have Kaishu Sano as my Xhaka replacement. He's got great experience in the Bundesliga. I think he could play Europa League football easily. I think he could sub for some of the games for Xhaka and generally be eased in. Yeah, I think if you can't get Manzambi, which I don't think you can, Kaishu Sano for me, 25 million, let's say 30 million, because I'm sure I've seen them that he might cost some more elsewhere. That leaves me with 95 million to spend. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? All right. Okay. And now it gets very interesting. I've got 3 players for 95 million. My next player, these next 2 players are the most expensive players I'm purchasing. And where is he? There he is. One of them is from Borussia Dortmund.
Oh, wow. We're getting excited now. Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, it's not. It's not our old friend. It is Karim Adeyemi, 24-year-old attacking midfielder. If we can't get Manzambi, which I don't think we can, and we have our defensive midfielder in Kaishu Sano, then I want someone at the top of the field there. I know that Lefay can move around. Lefay can sometimes substitute as a defensive midfielder. But this guy has attacking prowess. 24 years old, and this lad has goals in him. 15 starts, 28 matches, and 11 goal assists. Those are great numbers at the top end of the Bundesliga. His performances have been somewhat mixed, but he's quite young, but he does play for the German national team. So I am not sure how achievable this is as a signing from such a big side, but he's going to cost a pretty penny. He's listed there at 43 million, but I don't think that's. I think that's actually the most oft-quoted figure in euros. Yeah. I think you could probably get him for about 35 million.
Seems to have been very well. Aston Villa on there, but yeah, Aston Villa's the team that I'd seen heavily linked.
Yeah, other people are looking at him. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. But all of the news quotes there. Come on, reload. It's my Norton is telling me I can't read that. Let me go the other one then. These stupid websites. So yeah, Aston Villa have been heavily linked with him. He seems to be suggested that he's top of their list. And who else? But can we compete with Aston Villa? Do they really want him? No. But, I mean, they don't have the money. Particularly. They're going to have to basically.
You sound like you've went underwater.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. You sound very underwater still.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Still sound underwater.
I don't know what I can do about it.
Okay, well there you are.
We're back. Now. We're back. I don't know what I can do about it. Maybe I'm sinking in my dreams here for Adeyemi. In any case, that's who I would like. I think I've got centre half, a good young one. I've got a mobile and flexible left back centre cover defender. I've also got a Xhaka cover in Kaishu Sano, and this is an ambitious signing in Karim Adeyemi.
Very ambitious.
Yeah. Can we compete with Villa? Can they afford him? Do they have other targets? I mean, if we pulled that off, that would be great. But he's a
Xhaka level signing. You'd probably
say. It would. He can also double up on the right wing there. You can see. So yeah, that is possibly not my most ambitious signing.
But it gets more ambitious.
Yeah, I think
Feels ambitious.
That is ambitious. I don't think we're going to. But I mean, it depends. How much are Aston Villa really? How much are Aston Villa really interested in him? I don't know. But I want another striker if I'm selling my ender. We have to have one. So I'm having Ricardo Pepi, the American striker, who posts terrific numbers. And I think that he was on course, 16 goals in 26 matches, playing in the Dutch league, is it? Yeah. So I think, and he played well when he came off the bench the other day. He's coming off the back of, I'm sure I had some music. He's coming off the back of a, is this it? Yeah. Here he is. He was supposed to go to Fulham last summer, but they couldn't agree about transferring the who wanted to be responsible for him. And then he was supposed to. Fulham tried again. He came for a medical in Paso, and then Fulham tried again to sign him in January. But he had a horrendous knee injury in January, and so it never happened. But he's just found himself back to full fitness. And if you look at his return from that knee injury. You can see his most recent games here, including when he came off the bench the other day, like I said, against for the US against Senegal. His return from injury has been stunning, frankly. So this guy's injury has not hampered him. He's clearly a class striker, 23 years old, and I think he is he's a big signing, I think. Yeah. So Ricardo Pepi, can we sneak in ahead of Fulham, who will surely try a third time to try and purchase him? If he has a great World Cup, then we've got no chance. But Fulham tried to buy him twice, and knee injury got in the way of that. So there we are. How much have I got left there now? I had Adeyemi.
About, I don't know, 40, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's going to cost. I had. What did I pay? I paid 30 for. I can't remember where I found now. Oh yeah, I had 95, and then I paid 30, so I had 65 million left. Yeah, and he's going to cost about 35 million. Still got 30 million left. That's incredible. In that case, I'm going to go for another long-term purchase. One for the future who might. Yeah, one. I didn't know if I could afford him. One for the future who I think that. Will develop well. It's Nathan de Cat from Copenhagen.
He's a football manager legend, this guy.
Well, I think he's the second youngest person to ever play for the Dutch team, isn't he? Or to ever be called into the Dutch. Yeah, he made his debut, and that game made him the second youngest player to ever play for the Dutch. The Belgian national team. Yeah. So he plays currently for, is it Copenhagen? I'm not sure. Who's he play for? Anderlecht. He plays for Anderlecht. Yeah, he plays. There was somebody else I was looking at Copenhagen, a striker, which I'm not buying. He plays for Anderlecht, and he plays at the centre of defence. I think he won. He's regarded as their most promising player in the Dutch league, and I think he won
the Belgian league. You get yourself very confused with the Belgians and the Dutch.
I know. I've been all over the league. I think he won something ridiculous, like 16 aerial duels in a row, which is unheard of in various games. And the people who are looking to buy him are Leverkusen, Dortmund, and Leipzig. Now, we've got Xhaka from Leverkusen. They didn't want to sell him. We got Mukiele from Leipzig, although he was not staying with them. Can we compete with him? Maybe we can. I don't know. We're in the Europa League. He would cost about £20 million, I think, and he's still
back on.
underwater.
Back on the water again.
I don't know why that is. Maybe I'll stop sharing the screen. He would cost about £20 million, and he wouldn't play every single game. Now he's been linked in this country with Leeds and Everton. So you think about those teams: Leipzig, Leverkusen, Leeds, Everton. I think he's somebody we can definitely get ahead of all of those teams. He's regarded as the Belgians' most promising player. All of the teams who in Germany, one of the development players wants him, and I think we should go and get him. He's a defensive midfielder. He'd be a great long-term Xhaka replacement. So I get him as well, and I haven't busted my budget. I still have money to spare for January. And if you like, I don't have to play my end. But given I'm getting Ricardo Pepi,
Your microphone situation's not good.
Let me try to close anything
else.
else.
That's better. It must be the direction that you're talking. I think you're
talking
direction. Like you're talking
Maybe.
like away. The microphone I'm guessing is like here, and you're talking like there.
Maybe. I've had a whole bunch of programs open that might be slowing things down, so I've just tried to close some of them. Are we all good?
Oh, okay. We sound better now. Do you want to cover off what you just said there? Because we'll probably have to cut that out.
Which bit? You can't remember.
Just like
I mean, I have money. I have money spare to use in January should I desperately need anything. I don't have to sell my ender because I've still got about 20 million spare. But there's no point in my ender hanging around, given that I'm buying Ricardo Pepi, because he would then be fourth choice striker. Now, I appreciate there are some problems with what I'm buying here. I don't have the out-and-out right winger that I appreciate we all need. But, I've still got 20 million spare. If you could somehow get Manzambi, which I know we can't, then, maybe. There are other players who you could play on the right wing who are gettable, but for various reasons I haven't got them. And you don't get all you want. So,
no.
Karim Adeyemi is we had him, but he's a right winger, and Villa were looking at him, so he's my right wing big purchase, about 30 million. Ricardo Pepi up front, and then Mariano Troilo, young, who we've incredibly been linked with already, young centre half from Parma. Kaishu Sano, an ambitious DM, a midfield signing who's also good up front. And with my spare money, I'm going to get Nathan Decat for the future because we can beat Leeds and Everton to him. Okay.
Now the elephant in the room with all of this is your squad registration rules. So no homegrown
what do you
players.
mean? You never told me about this. Where's my legal advisor?
I know.
You said here's a shopping list, make the numbers match. That's all you said.
That's true. So you've signed 6 players? Oh, there we are on the Peronis. 6 players.
Well, I am now. I've just done deals of the season. Christian Sligman, who are you? You see who I've signed? Ricardo Pepi, welcome to Sunderland.
But that is the one issue.
Go on. Well, what's the problem? I have bought no English players.
No homegrown.
I have bought a Dutch lad who's 17. Can he end up being registered for us? No? 3 years?
He would be okay. Yeah.
Okay. He's my bonus buy. Christian Mwissa. I think he's is he Senegal? I can't remember. I'm not sure who is in one of the African teams. Adeyemi, I don't know where I can't remember where he's from. I did look. Ricardo Pepi's American. Troilo's Argentine. Kaishu Sano's Japanese. Yeah. So what's the problem, Connor?
I don't know what the numbers would be, but I think if you're adding in 6 players, of which 5 would have to be registered for Europe, then you're going to have to leave some players out of your European squad.
That's okay.
And potentially a Premier League squad.
Oh, no, surely not. Our squad is stacked. Really? Oh, dear. I mean, they're not going to sign for me if they don't get to play Premier League football.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I will leave the bean counters to tell me which of these I can and cannot have.
Yeah.
I have spent my money wisely. I can go again in January.
Yeah. So I think the only thing, I mean, obviously the players that you've picked out, all very good, fits the needs. But yeah, that would be the only concern. Squad rules.
Okay.
Sorry to pee on your chips.
That's fine. Would it be a zinger if we actually sign any of my lists?
Yeah, I think hopefully between both of our lists, one player signs.
You'd like to hope so. You'd like to.
Yeah, and I'll get the name on the shirt. Whatever it is.
That's fair enough. Why don't we do a deal then? You can buy me a shirt if one of mine signed, and I'll buy you a shirt if one of yours signed.
There we are. So you can try.
No changing your names now. No changing your name just to win.
I'm just gonna pick the longest name ever.
Okay.
The guy PSG, Kvaratskhelia, whatever his name is, Kvaratskhelia.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yeah, put him on the back.
he's not coming to us.
Yeah, right. So Taff, that is Taff's list. Let us know in the comment section below what you made of it. Then we're going to do a video of my list. So that'll be coming out either before or after, depending on when we upload them. So thanks everyone for watching.